Every headline hides a deeper story, and every decision made in power halls shapes the world you live in. If you want to understand not just the news, but the forces driving it, this is where you begin. Subscribe to Global Current Files and join us as we uncover the truth behind the headlines, because knowing the story is just the beginning. In mid-2025, the global health community was shaken by a surprising decision from Burkina Faso. A $50 billion initiative proposed by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, aimed at building a state-of-the-art vaccine production hub in Ouagadougou, was unexpectedly rejected by President Ibrahim Traoré. On paper, the plan promised to revolutionize healthcare across West Africa. Jobs for thousands, cutting-edge medical technology, and an end to dependence on imported vaccines. For international observers, it seemed like an extraordinary opportunity. Yet, Traoré and his government viewed the proposal with caution. Coming from a background shaped by revolution and a strong emphasis on national sovereignty, the young president interpreted the project not as a gift, but as a deal with conditions that could limit his country's independence. In a speech to the Burkinabe people, he made clear his concern that the project carried elements of external control over resources, technology, and even data. According to officials in Ouagadougou, their review of the proposal revealed provisions that raised alarms. One involved integrating Burkina Faso's national health data with foreign-managed servers. While presented as a way to improve efficiency, critics within Traoré's circle worried that this would give outsiders access to sensitive population health information. Another issue was the collection of genetic samples, officially described as research into disease prevention, but seen by Traoré's administration as a potential risk of exploitation of African genetic resources. Finally, there were questions about who would ultimately control patents and profits from medicines produced at the facility. These concerns were not made in isolation. Traoré reminded both his citizens and international audiences of past controversies in Africa's medical history, incidents where pharmaceutical projects left deep scars of mistrust. For him, the vaccine hub symbolized not just development, but also dependency. His decision was framed as a defense of sovereignty rather than a rejection of science or healthcare progress. The refusal carried wider consequences. It sparked debate across the continent about the balance between international assistance and national autonomy. Supporters of Traoré argued that Africa must build its own capacity without surrendering control of critical resources. Critics countered that turning down such massive investment could delay progress in fighting diseases that claim thousands of lives each year. In response to the rejection, Traoré announced plans for a new initiative, the Pan-African Institute for Health Sovereignty. This project, still in its early stages, aims to unite scientists, traditional healers, and governments across Africa to develop homegrown solutions for public health. By combining modern medical research with local knowledge, the Institute seeks to reduce dependency on foreign funding and intellectual property systems. The episode has sparked international conversations. For global health organizations, it has raised questions about transparency, trust, and the role of philanthropy in shaping policy. For African leaders, it has become a case study in how nations can weigh immediate benefits against long-term independence. Whether Traoré's decision will be remembered as visionary or risky remains to be seen. What is clear is that it has forced the world to re-examine how power, health, and sovereignty intersect. Burkina Faso's choice reflects a broader debate about whether aid is always just aid, or whether it sometimes comes with strings that can reshape the future of a nation.